I know.
So it's two-ish.
Two-ish.
It's two-ish, and welcome to Gloria Horn Sewing Studio here in Western Pennsylvania, outside of Pittsburgh, PA. And Deb and I are excited for Sip and Sew, and we have lots of things to do with you today, and to show you some fun techniques. And Deb's headed to the beach, so that's why we thought, what the perfect
wore my
container.
beach shirt.
And she wore her beach shirt. And we are sewing live. Yes, we have.
So we're under stress. I'm
yes.
just telling you, we're both under stress.
Yes.
We hope this
yes.
goes well.
Yes.
We've done it enough. Well, I've done it a number of times. And the thing that we wanted to show you, hopefully, is Kathleen is doing it for the first time.
Yes.
So as Kathleen works through it, it would be the same as you opening the new kit and how to get started.
Yes.
So
yes.
good luck.
We're excited.
Or good luck to us.
Yes, good luck to us. Whoops. And guess what? It's time for the wheel. It's time for the wheel. And we're allowed to spin the wheel today. Gloria told us. And why don't you go ahead and spin it, Deb?
4th of July. 4th of July sale. So, what'd I get?
10%.
10%. Yes. And guess what? That is the same amount. Do you think they'll have the same amount tonight? Have to tune in to see for Gloria's favorite things. But we have 10%. So that will be 10% credit back in your account so that you can buy more fun things. And we have a lot to show you today. Let's get started.
So let's do the first thing first. We have a thread here.
I'll take care of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
PJ, would you be able to walk over here for a second? Am I going to mess you up? So we've been looking at Gloria's Summer, and you've all had the chance to enjoy the lovely red quilt. But look what Kathleen brought. It's the big reveal.
Drum roll. Look at that. Okay,
Look,
you want me to hold it up?
I think yes.
Yes.
I know. I missed the tall jeans.
Am I centered up?
And what I thought was kind of neat about what Kathleen did is I would have to think Kathleen's a fan of yellow, because yellow seems to be very much a dominant color here. And it just looks so different from the red that's right below it.
Anywhere there was blue daisies, I took them out and replaced them with yellow daisies, because I've never seen a blue daisy. And on that inner border, I used, rather than all of the pinks, I used all of the colors that were in those center blocks, just to give it a little bit of continuity for my eye. So remember, here at Sip and Sew, we say you do you, and we want you to make it your way, but we don't want you to be afraid of this. It's we know it's an ambitious project, but you can get it done.
And at the same time, Kathleen, looks like you used the same color for all of your outside stitches.
Yes, I
used the same up here on the border.
I did use the tan all the way around, and I also, when I did my color blocks here, I did a pattern. So so that I wouldn't have two colors next to each other or two colors next to each other. I made a pattern and did 4 of each one. So they do go around.
And I did a random.
Yeah. So that, like we said, you do you. Whatever is best for you is what we want to see you do. Okay?
Thanks, PJ.
You're welcome.
But the thing is, you have to get started. Take one block at a time. Start with those center blocks. The center table, which can be a table topper, is a good way to get started. And don't let it intimidate you, because...
Well, and if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, we're going to be showing you the table toppers, and we've added one new to the line tonight. But it's just these little blocks. So maybe if you want to start with the table topper, get some confidence, and then just go for it.
Right, right. Use things in your stash. I know someone did a beautiful aqua quilt using their stash.
We were both talking about that this morning.
It's lovely.
And Carol at the store was telling us about it too. All three of us were talking about that today.
Yes.
So, yeah. But it's just been, I think it's a lot of fun. I think we're ready to move on to Enchanted Pumpkin.
We are.
We are. What we can do there.
In the pumpkin patch now.
Yeah, we sure are.
Yes.
So, Kathleen.
Yes.
How you feeling about this?
I'm feeling good because Deb stepped me through perfect pinpoint and
Pinpoint placement?
pinpoint placement and using your machine. You know, these Solaris machines have wonderful features, and we want to make sure that you have the opportunity to explore each of them. So let's show them what we're.
And the one thing about pinpoint placement is don't let a word or words
Yes.
throw you off. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't think I can do it.
Mhm.
You really can. But
Mhm.
once you understand, and that's what we're going to go over today. And if we need to go over it another day, we'll
Yes.
go over it again.
Right.
But this is the pattern.
I'm just
This
changing
is the
thread.
Enchanted Pumpkin, sure. And Claudia from Claudia's Creation sent them. Actually, Claudia's going to be getting a trunk show together for us sometime here in the near future. And when she sent us the original Enchanted Pumpkin, she sent us All Hallows Eve, which is another. Can we get a close up on that, PJ?
If you lay it down on the
Overhead?
table, I can do it overhead.
Okay.
I
Little-
think. Where did my thing go? Oh, it's right here. There we go. So, let's see. Yeah, nice and flat is good. Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
that didn't sound good.
so that's All Hallows Eve. And no worries if we're having a little machine problem. We have Zach right here, so we
That's
can
right. We're
just take
lucky.
care of it. In the meantime, Kathleen, let's just do you need to look at the machine or?
Why don't you go ahead and show what we sell to get ready,
Okay.
and then we will
Show
show
how
you
to
how
start.
to lay out your fabric while I clear that little jam.
Okay. So
I think it hit
I
the
used
wall.
medium weight tearaway. Kept the back clean, gave you enough stability, and the other thing that we did use is Shape Flex on the back. I used different products on the different pillows. I used Shape Flex on this one because I feel linen has a little bit of movement to it, so I wanted something that would really tie it down. For the Enchanted Pumpkin, I wanted a little bit of poof, so I used fusible fleece. So the other products that we recommend is the bobbins. There's a good bit of stitching on here. It just helps you out. And then we have Hot Fix. Okay, Kathleen and I, we both had different thoughts on the Hot Fix. I was using it on the batik because I wanted it to, the batik I feel is a crisp look. And when you use Hot Fix, it gives you a nice tight placement. Now, on some of the other, it was the only one that I used the Hot Fix on. So again, you know, it's, do you like a nice crisp linen? Do you want a soft linen and use a fusible fleece? PJ is going to put all of these products in the lineup, and I can back up on them just for a minute here, PJ.
Sure.
Okay.
You want to do so fusible fleece, you said? Was
You can
one of
use
them?
fusible fleece. Fusible fleece gives just the teeniest bit of loft.
Okay, I'll put that in. Give me a second.
Okay.
There's no questions here. Let's see. How do you press something as big as this, Clarissa? Well, let's say on the pillow for now. So
On the pillow, we are using, well, a little bit of
wool mat.
the wool mat.
Oh, it's right down here.
We're big proponents of the wool mat, and especially with embroidery. When you're embroidering, you're never supposed to press directly over your embroidery. If you flip it and put your embroidery down, that keeps the stitching from getting
Right. And
squashed.
do you use steam or no steam? I know
Oh,
there's
I'm a
some
steam.
I'm a steam person too, and
But
there are
I
some
thought-
people here that don't like steam because they say if you're using the no-show, sometimes no-show will shrink up a little bit on you. Sometimes Shape Flex will shrink up a little bit on you, and we find that you do you.
Well, and
Whatever works.
I talked to Joni at one point
Mhm.
about this, and I said, "Do you iron or do you press?"
Yeah,
Yeah, we press, man.
yeah, we're pressers.
Yeah. But have
Up
that
and
steam
down.
going. Yeah,
Up and down.
yeah, let the
Yep.
steam
Up
go
and
on.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and make it use your buttons on your thing. Give it some some real steam going there. Yeah.
And that's a Panasonic iron, PJ.
Yes.
I hate to do this to you. It's not in the
It's the
lineup.
Panasonic iron, the wireless. It's great for people like me that are left-handed, because I was at my house and put my iron right on my thumb, got a 2nd-degree burn. Yep. But you know, if I had had this Panasonic without a wire, who knows?
Yep.
Who knows?
So I think we can just start a little bit with the
Okay.
glorious pumpkin. We'll need that, please.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm going to let you trace on it.
Oh,
It'll give you
okay.
a surface.
Yeah, you
I'm
know why
gonna
she
switch.
has me do this? Because I use the Frixion pens, okay? PJ, we need that Frixion pen. What happened to the ruler? It was just here.
Right here.
Okay. And you want to know what happened to my machine? Well, it broke a needle, and the reason why it broke the needle is because I opened up brand new thread and it did not spiral off correctly, and
Okay.
it got pulled. So we're going to have to remember,
So if something goes wrong with your machine,
right?
you don't always
calm.
need, yeah,
Be calm.
exactly.
You don't need Zach.
Yeah.
And Zach was just over here with us. You know, Zach, our wonderful repairman, and he was showing us that someone sent in 2 different bobbins, and the bobbin thread was
I'm gonna
not
get the
sewing.
sample. Let me get
Okay,
it.
let
I'll be
her
right
get
back.
that while
Go
I
ahead.
show you this. I am folding mine in half and in half because I'm looking for that absolute center. And this way, if you have a finger press or a
Zach.
little ruler press, I always want to know where that absolute center is.
Can
In
I
fact,
show that
to
sample
give
on the live?
a little bit of-
when
bit
the
of
difference
help
between
with the
the
iron
what
here.
was the threads?
And with this
Okay,
glorious
when you're done.
pumpkins,
Okay.
the
Yeah.
pre-work is what's important for your success. And why? And that's because it was designed before we had these really large hoops. So we have to re-hoop a couple of times. And we're going to show you how to do that today. We're going to get you through at least step 1 and step 2. Now, I'm going to use the navy blue. I like to give that middle dot a little heavy dot there. And we are going to grid it. We're going to make a perfect T. Why are we doing this? Well, for perfect placement, as well as so that we're keeping it straight in our machine. This is that beautiful linen fabric for the back of the petite pumpkin. You know, we have 3 pumpkin kits, and Deb and I cut the petites this morning, didn't we?
Petites, yes.
Yeah. And we are waiting for the zippers because we gave you that beautiful zipper. And
They'll be here tomorrow.
They'll be here tomorrow, so they'll go out tomorrow. The petites and the enchanted on the velveteen should ship out tomorrow. And
Leave it there.
yeah, okay, I'm here. We are going to grid it across
Well, first we're going to go 5
5 inches.
I'm just stopping Kathleen. So as you see, I'm following the directions.
Right.
So to the right of the center dot,
to the right of
to
the
the-
center dot.
we're going to go 5 inches.
This is a 6.5-inch roller. And we're going to make a line there to show where that is. So I'm going to show right where that hash mark is, because that's a very important placement. And then on this side, it is 5 and a quarter.
Now at this point, the other thing that I stop and do, I write top.
That's right. You know what? That is so important because it's real easy to get this mixed up, especially when if you drop something on the floor and you have to pick it up, you know, that kind of thing. Now we are going to do a grid at 6 inches, correct?
So basically what you're going to use for the pinpoint placement is you're going to use the center dot, you're going to use the 5 inches to the right and the 5 and a quarter to the left. The purpose of this 6-inch gridding, Claudia put that in so that you can use it to keep your pumpkin straight. It's just a double check for
'Cause
yourself.
we don't want wonky pumpkins, do we?
No, well,
Yes.
I know,
Yes.
pumpkins are kind of odd looking
Okay.
anyhow.
Do you
aren't they?
think it's necessary to do the top and bottom?
I do.
grid?
I
Okay.
do. Yes.
All right.
Yeah. And you know, again, you think of things that you keep going. My favorite tool is a little 6-inch ruler, and I put the, put where the pinpoint goes. And then what I'll do is I'll measure over to the hoop and just make sure that I'm nice and straight.
Did you grab that specific ruler for any reason, or it was just the closest
was
one?
It
here.
was the one that was available here.
But
yeah.
this is a great ruler. This
That
is a
is.
six and
Yeah.
a half by 24.
Yeah,
It's yeah.
Yeah. Or I use my 8.5 by 24 for everything.
Everything.
I really do because it keeps my gypsy grabber. And remember, if your gypsy grabber has left go, sometimes they let go. Put a little bit of antibacterial hand cleaner
Oh,
on
I
it,
didn't know that.
and that will cut any grease that's built up, and it makes it adhere. And that's what I was looking to do in the shop, because we came in this morning and some of the rulers, some of the younger gals, they don't use the holder. Now, if you don't use the holder, you should keep your baby finger off, because it makes it not able to move. If you have your baby finger on, your ruler will move. So you should always remember, I'm left-handed, you should always keep one finger off. I have seen people do it with their thumb, or their baby finger. And you want to cut, we don't want anybody getting rotor cuff or wrist injuries. You want to cut straight, and you want to draw your lines straight. Keep that arm.
So we have a 6.5 inch left-handed ruler, but a lot of people just like the 6 inch, right?
No, 6.5 to 6 inch, either one.
Just know what you have.
I know we have a Creative Grid left-handed ruler. I've got to get that before I leave tonight.
My goodness.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so
PJ, can we see this so that
Let's do it
I don't
overhead.
do it.
we tried to
Zoom
get
in.
something that was dark enough for you to be able
Yeah.
to. There
Yeah,
we go.
we
Yeah.
can see it.
We first tried it with the highlighters, and it might work for you gals at home, sewists at home, but it didn't show up on camera, so we went to the navy blue
It's good
or
to
the
have
red fixie on.
It's good to have both, though, right?
It's always
is.
good to have tools.
So one more thing. Since we're here, we have the top. Let's double check. 5
Yes.
inches. Can we check again?
Yes, sure.
And 5 1/4.
Deb knows me well. Check it.
I check everything.
There we go. Right here is my 5 inch. Okay, and on this side, why am I flipping the ruler? Because it's got an extra 1/2 inch. Here is my 5 1/4.
Perfect.
Okay,
Perfect.
and if you want to, you could put, a quarter over here. If you feel the need to. Okay, should we go to the machine?
I think so. Let's go
PJ,
ahead
we'd
and
like to go over to the machine now.
We're going to go over to the machine.
Yes,
All right.
and
so
Okay.
we've completed the first
yes,
part.
yes.
So let's take it out of the
Well, I
machine.
want PJ to show everyone.
Let's
Okay.
see.
Okay, we completed the first block. I have a thread here because it's funny when it's not your sewing room. It's a little bit different. Okay, so I have completed the first block. I simply loaded. Can you look on the machine?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go all the way out.
I'm going to make a small adjustment to this camera here.
Okay, so on my Solaris, I'm going into the memory pocket. I'm going into the USB port. I'm bringing up Claudia's Enchanted Pumpkins. I'm bringing up the designs because I already have printed the instructions. I'm bringing up, remember, you could use it on many different machines. I'm bringing up the PES, and I'm putting that first block in. And I'm setting it. Now, what I like to do is I like to go to embroidery, get ready, I return, embroidery, layout, okay. And I use that basting stitch. Did you see it put a little block around there? Why am I doing that? Well, because we're going to keep moving this and unhooping it, and I don't want it to go crooked on me. So I'm adding that.
You're floating this.
It
It is not inside the hoop. Nothing
Correct.
is holding it down.
Okay.
Can you
Sorry.
show that?
Let's
What
switch
we're
over here.
using
There we go. Okay.
to hold it down is this basting stitch.
Yes.
So it keeps your fabric from moving.
Yes. So now what we're going to do, we are going to pretend that okay, mine is done. We're going to add a new one. Oh, I got to add.
You want to come up?
Let me just add this. Let me take this off. I'm just going to hoop my medium weight tearaway. Yes, I'm going to cut it on the mat.
If you got a sharp enough blade, that might work.
Oh my goodness. Let me just cut it right here.
Yeah.
You know it's tearaway. I always flip mine upside down against the the way it
we're
wants to
actually
roll up.
hurrying a little bit, but this basting stitch, if you take a minute, that
Here,
layout
come
stitch,
over to the middle and show that.
you just take a minute and just clip it.
Yes.
Oh, so I hit the fabric.
Oh.
I use my snips for that
Yeah.
because then I never clip the fabric, because if you're using the snips, if you're using your snips, it comes right up under that and it doesn't cut your fabric.
Femore snips.
Yes, the Femore snips. You want to put those in the bubble for
They're
me?
in the bubble now, but you've got
Yes,
something.
these Femore snips, I wore out an entire pair on my glorious summer.
Oh, I did too.
On my glorious
I
summer.
did too.
Oh, and surprise alert. We just got these in not too long ago, and Deb and I were looking at them. She has daughters that are sewists. Would this make the perfect Christmas gift? Look at that. And I think we should order them now.
Oh, yeah.
Is this in the
10%
bubble?
off.
It is.
is the famous Femore black set. And so if you're going to stitch camp, you want to take this, look at everything fits in there. You know, you could put your name on here, not lose it. I love it. I love it.
And they have the nice snips that you like.
They
in
do
there.
have the snips that I love. They may not be the variegated, but they're the Femore, and they are very, very sharp. And they have the tiny duck bill. The these-
Serrated. Did you say variegated or serrated? Serrated.
Yeah, serrated.
Yeah.
They do not have the serrated, but they have these nice small scissors. You know, this is for applique work, for all of your applique work. And the these ones, if you notice, they are at that angle, which a lot of people are talking about.
that, I know.
Is you can
Up over your hoop.
up over your hoop. It's
Yeah.
this way you can trim easily within your hoop. So as we get older and get a little more arthritis in our fingers, it's always nice to have tools that make our lives easier. Okay.
So if you just make a note, if you've bought the thread kit, mark down $6.95 as the green for the tendrils, and you're going to look and you're going to say, "Wow, these greens are awfully close."
Yeah.
They are, but they aren't. The tendril we picked because it has a little more of a blue green to it, which pulls the green, where this in the middle is more a true green. So I mean, we had reasons, and it wasn't for not trying, just to make sure what we liked the best.
And the thread kits are all packaged. They're ready to go out. We're waiting on one color from the manufacturer. So I think Janine was calling in today. We have 2 different thread kits ready to ship. They're each waiting for just one of the colors. Now this kit came with 2 other colors. Or 3
Yeah, they're
colors.
over here.
Yeah, that's okay. So we wanted to show you. We did the lime green was the first part of the tendril. The darkest we
$6.95.
did, yes, $6.95. Here it is, $6.95.
So
And
it
these
goes
were
with the green.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so we did the next to the lightest green after the lime on the leaf outer ring. Okay. And this was the most difficult part of this particular
Picking
pattern.
the threads.
Yeah, picking the
Yeah.
threads for the tendrils and having them
Pop.
because
Yeah.
we want those tendrils to pop. We don't want them, because why put them on if they're not going to pop?
Well, and the
Yeah.
yellow orange that we
Yeah.
picked is almost like an apricot. And
Yes.
it's just wonderful.
Mhm.
And I think it's paprika that
Yes,
we're waiting for.
yeah, it's paprika that we're waiting on. So yeah,
But batiks are just so wonderful
Yes.
for elevating color.
I think so too. I think so too.
So we I pulled off the outside. Um,
Let's-
if I was at home,
Yeah.
I do take time and just pull it all. I don't wait until the end and pull it all off. Sometimes you're stitching crosses over.
Yes.
So we just make sure if you can, get rid of that extra basting thread because it's just going to catch. Oh, and by the way, that thread that bobbin thread,
Yeah.
Zach's still running
a test
10 needle.
on it. Okay.
Yeah, so he said
Okay.
he'll drop it off as soon as he's done with his
Fine,
test.
because we want to show you how old thread can injure your machines. We're going to talk
Yeah.
about that too. Why don't we show them how to line up that very
Okay,
first
and
one?
I'm just going to tell you, take your time
Yes.
lining it up. I must have gone back and forth 5 or 6 times. The people with the Solaris, you have a
Mhm.
projector, and we're going to use a projector at the end to
Right.
double check ourselves.
Right.
But I mean, this is a lot of fun to do. Just take your time because 1, 2, 3, 4. These first 4 placements
Show
are
them again because PJ had you on the
Okay.
other camera.
there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 placements are the pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your tendrils, you can, you get off just a teens. You can live with that. And the other thing that we're doing too is we're building this on the fabric's 22 inches, but I think you cut it down to an 18-inch square. And my thought there was 22 is a big pillow.
Mm-hmm.
I can't
Mhm.
remember exactly. What's this one? That's an 18.
Yeah, this is an 18, and that is the big boy. Look at
Yeah.
the difference in the size.
Yeah.
Oh, let me put this one in the front.
I mean, this is fun. This is a lot of fun.
Because
But
this is
this
your
is-
original design, but we're not going to be doing that checkerboard. But let's say you decide you want to use all your pieces, your bits and pieces, and you want to do a batik checkerboard. You can certainly do that.
But there's nothing included for the
Right,
border.
nothing included for that.
We're doing this.
Correct.
This is what we're doing, and we chose the same for the velveteen pillow, this size. This to me, I can just put on any couch. I mean,
Yes.
it's just so usable in a chair. The
Mhm.
other, I absolutely love the purple one, but it does.
It screams Halloween.
and it's all unto itself. You
Yes.
really, people tend to stack pillows, so I was
Yes.
trying to keep with
Mhm.
that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
That is an impressive pillow.
Yes.
This big one,
Yes.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, the big boy's impressive. Okay, we're going to go over to the machine.
There's
Okay.
I'm going to load this thread, and we're going to show you how to begin with the fabric. Okay?
Well,
Even though we've just stitched that out, and then we're going to stop the machine and show how to do part 2.
okay, and I'm not sure where our other threads are. Let's use this one for now.
Oh, okay. Sure.
We'll have to find our other threads here, Kathleen.
They're right there on the table, and the other 2 are over here.
Oh, I see them. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, well, then we.
It's okay. It's okay.
Kathleen, where are they on the table?
Right here.
Oh, you're hiding them.
Yes, I am. All right, so we have our design loaded, and I'm going to take it back a step.
Actually, can I help you?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going back out to home because we're looking for the next.
No, we're. Oh, are we going to do step 2, or are we going to show? I thought we were going to show them how to load the fabric on step 1.
Oh, do you want to do one again?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
that's all right. So we're going into the USB. We're going into Claudia's pumpkins. We're going into the designs. We're going into PES. We're going into step 1. And we're going to show you how we loaded step 1, all right? And then, okay, we're going to do, right now, we're going to do this crosshair. So we're going to put, oh, this is silly girl. Okay,
What happened?
yes.
What happened?
Oh,
Because
I-
I'm just curious.
Oh,
Like, when you
I
get
had
have
this
the
held up.
I didn't have the latch.
the latch.
Yeah, the
Okay.
latch. I always think it makes a funny noise when it says just on the
Yeah, it does.
tearaway.
And,
All right, so now we have our fabric.
and you know what? I hate to say this. Let's back up one
Oh, it
because
didn't.
I didn't catch. I'm going to
Okay.
just watch your fingers for a minute.
Yep.
And you know what, Kathleen? Let's change the color. Let's
Okay.
do something that they can see. Let's use a dark green. Because it's not going to make any difference. We're going to cut it out in the end.
We just want you at home to be able to see how these placement lines can be your friend. Okay. Whenever I'm doing a placement line, I like to make sure it's happy. And I unthreaded it. It's amazing the things that happen when you're on camera that don't happen when you're at
Your
home.
finger?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we're okay.
it's live. She just caught her finger.
Yeah, it is live.
Yeah.
You know what? Corey is out there laughing at me.
She can bleed more than anybody. Oh, Lord.
I know. Corey is out there laughing at me. Deb, you do that placement line because it's not happy with me.
All right.
Aw. We've been having a strange day in that regard.
So it's saying the upper thread may not be threaded correctly. Let's just do that one more time.
Okay. So did I hear us say we're shipping the batik pillow fabric kits now?
That we're waiting for the black zippers.
Black
and,
zippers.
And they're doing tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And
okay,
we
perfect.
did have Gloria check on that. We had
Yes.
everything. We
And
checked
we ordered
everything.
more.
Okay, so this actually is a basting stitch that they're giving you. And you know, one trick with a basting stitch is put your needle down, put it back up, put your foot up, and there is that bobbin thread. Now I'm going to hold both of them,
That's what I tend to do.
except when we're live.
Yes, when we're
Yeah.
live.
We got
gosh, I'm in the
we got
wrong
pricked
spot.
earlier today, just by a pin, a small pin. It was like it's been one of those days. It's a very real day.
Okay, I'm sorry, folks. I'm going back to the tack down line.
Okay.
We didn't add the tack on when we went back.
I'm pulling up that bobbin thread again. Again, any of this stitching, it's all on the back. We're cutting this stabilizer all out, so it's not going to matter. I thought that was stitching low. I need some scissors here. Some snips,
Some snips right here.
please.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Velveteen pillow. I'll check on that. Do we know the shipping status of the other pillows?
We're waiting for the black background with the pumpkins on it.
And the zippers.
And the zippers. The zippers will be here tomorrow. Henry Glass has sent the fabric. They're all cut. All we have to do is add the backings and there we go.
Yes.
Kathleen, I'm going to let you do it since Kathleen's done this once. So now she's doing it a second time.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to add that basting box, as I like to call it. If you go into your machine, you want to hit layout. Oh, it doesn't like it.
That's okay. Just return.
I am. Embroider. Layout. We want to hit the flower in the box because what it does is it gives us that box. So we have the box going around. Okay. We just hit return. It takes us back to our next stitch is the box. But we need to align our fabric. Remember we wrote top on the top and we have that hashtag mark in the middle. We can take it right up there. I'm feeling with my thumb.
We don't want the middle.
We don't want the middle, right? I'm feeling with my thumb on that hashtag.
We want the 5-inch.
We want the 5-inch, yes.
Yes, please.
Yes. See, I want to go to the middle.
Aye.
What about the velveteen pillow specifically?
The velveteen pillow, they're all cut. We're waiting for the backing.
Zippers again.
Zippers
The
again.
backing.
Okay.
Gloria checked. Henry Glass has shipped the backing, so
So
you know,
it's
within
any
a
minute.
day or so. I mean, we're waiting on a couple of things. We're good to go. All the kits are just sitting here waiting on a piece of fabric here or there.
So
Yes.
Yeah.
And the zippers.
as soon as those couple things come in, they'll be flying out the door.
Right.
Absolutely. We hope that the zippers arrive tomorrow so that they can be in your mail and you can have it by Friday or Saturday.
Do you want to talk through what you're doing there to
Yes.
help them out?
Okay. So I I made sure that the top of my fabric was on the top of my hoop. I went to that hashtag that we had created with that 5-inch mark. I'm feeling underneath. I can feel that hashtag that the machine just put in for me. So I'm right there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm
Make sure
going
that's
to,
very flat. There you
yes,
go.
we want to make sure it's nice
very
and
flat.
flat. And it is going to do that tacked on box. But I'm going to skip that for a minute because I want to make sure that that pinpoint is right there. So I'm going to tell it embroidery.
Thank you.
I'm going to skip the tacked on. Oh, I'm going
Go
to
down one more.
skip the hashtag because I want to make sure that that first stitch is right there.
Now watch your finger.
I am.
Are we on it?
No.
All right. So what are we going to do?
Well, we can go back and do the projector. We're going to do needle up. You're up. We're going to hit our projector. It wants to embroider first. There we go. Now our projector is going to project on our Solaris, and we can see where that red,
Here you go. If you can't see,
if you can't see it on your fabric, put a piece of paper there. Now, it's right over here. Isn't that correct?
that's right.
That's right there. So what we've got to do is we need to, why did it have to move so much this time?
No, it doesn't. Okay, well, we're going to.
Okay, so we just needed to move the.
There's
Oh,
there
move
it is,
the
right there.
image
Do you see
over.
your line?
Yes.
There's your pin. That's your point.
So what did you do? You just moved up a little bit. On
Yeah.
Oh, and
Design.
it is completely aligned with my mark right here. So we're good. We want to say okay on this.
Can you move your hand for a second? Let's see where that mark is. Right there.
You
Yeah.
can see the pen mark versus the machine projector mark.
Wonderful.
We're going to say okay. Then we're going to go back and we're going to do that tack around basting block.
Now, the other thing you can really do this, I mean, it's just, you can watch your thread catches. Is it catching?
No.
Okay, stop.
Okay, I'm going to just go back. How you always take it back faster? How do you do that?
Right here.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I'm doing the same thing you do.
Needle
Okay.
down.
Okay, needle down.
Now, hey, this is Kathleen's, this is her second time through this. I mean, we're,
Needle down, needle up. I like to
once you
pop
get the
that.
technique, and if you watch us now in the next several lives, we'll get you so you're so comfortable with this.
You just kind of get on a roll.
Yeah,
Right.
they're really, I mean, you can use the projector, you can use whatever. If you know where that pinpoint goes down,
There we
just
go. Now
put
we got
your
a
needle
beautiful
there.
tack down line.
So how can we simplify this for the explanation of what you're doing right now is you're projecting where your starting point is.
right, right. If you know where, if you do the crosshairs and you line up your starting point right on the crosshairs, it just falls right in. Just bear with us as we go through a couple of these and it'll all make sense.
So now we are doing the tacked on line for the leaves. Okay.
So talk us through what you're doing right now.
We just did the tacked on line, the placement line for the leaves.
Okay.
And now I'm going to get my green fabric and I'm going to tack it down.
There you go.
Sorry.
That's okay. This is the second one, so you can see I've already done one. And just place it. Some people put it real close. Some people put it wide. You have enough fabric.
So this is the first of several sections.
Correct. This
Is that correct?
section 1 out of 4 sections.
4 as the base pumpkin.
Yes.
I think there's 11 altogether.
Yes.
And that's where you start to make a choice. We want to show that one more time. The pinpoint
I think so,
placement?
yeah.
Yeah, let's show it one more
Well,
time.
we're going to show it again when we place
Okay.
part 2. Or do we want to take it off and
I don't think I would just show this again.
okay.
Read some of the comments here to see if
Sure.
we can help kind of make this a little more concise.
I'll cut you another backing, Kathleen.
And now we are going to, as soon as I have this stitch, I'm going to add the next color because it doesn't give me a tacked on line and then a cutting line. You can see that it goes right into the next step. So I'm going to place the next fabric, which is, oh, it's the dark fabric.
Jen Haber. It's done in, I think, 11 different sections. And what you do is you do the leaf, and then we're going to add the right-hand section of the pumpkin next. Then, and well, I'll show you all of that. I'm honestly,
So if you look
Rebecca,
on the
let's go.
screen
We'll go
here-
Let's
over
look
it
at
one
the
more
screen
time.
now.
Okay.
Okay. So what
I
did
think
you decide to place this piece of fabric down here?
Okay, this is the decorative design that goes on top of the basic leaf pattern. So you can see it is doing that stitched on of that. It did not give me a placement line and then a tacked on line. It gave me just one stitched on line. So I'm going to stitch this, I'm going to trim it, and then it's going to come back and do some fancy stitching there.
Okay.
so. Can I ask you, how about we stop here?
Okay.
Let's reload with another piece of stabilizer.
Okay.
Grab another piece of fabric and just show step number 1 again.
Sure.
Once you get that pinpoint down,
Yes,
you're going to
yes.
be gold.
Yes, it is a little bit tricky. I will agree. Let's stop here.
Okay.
I'm going to get a piece of fabric from the other room.
In the meantime, I'm going to reload the machine. I'm going to delete what we have so we can start fresh. There's a bolt of fabric in the closet.
I'm good. I have plenty.
Okay, so we're gonna start back from the
We're
very
starting
beginning.
from the beginning. Yep.
Yes.
And we can just keep doing it until
That's a good idea.
you're
Till-
comfortable.
Yes.
This is the technique.
Yes.
This is the technique for the entire pillow.
Yes.
Okay. Right, here we go. Right here. Already cut.
Oh, good job. Okay.
All right.
Now, just draw some lines on that fabric for me.
I sure will. And just go all the way to the beginning.
Yes. So on the machine, we're doing those hatch marks. And look at that, it did it perfectly the first time.
So this is
We're
This is
starting
your
from
hash
the
mark,
beginning.
okay.
Yes, we're starting with the hash marks. And Deb is drawing some lines on some fabric so that we can simulate our 5-inch mark. 5-inch from the center of our fabric, of our pillow background fabric.
okay. So on the screen, does it show us where this hash mark lays?
Let me go back. There it does. It shows where that hash mark lays. So it's hard to see, but right here, it's right here.
Okay.
Okay, it's right there. All right?
Okay, now this is not the true size,
Right.
but what I did do is I put top
Okay.
so that you know this is your 5-inch mark right here.
Good.
This is what we're trying to line up.
Okay.
And this line you want right there.
Correct. We want that 5-inch mark right there. Now, sometimes, some people do it like this so that you can line it right up. Okay. That did not.
So they fold it back to
Yeah,
get
some people
right on
fold
the...
it back. Some people use a method where you put
A thumbtack or
a
a pin.
thumbtack or a pin head through it. Let me see if this pin will work. Yeah. Okay, this broken needle is going to help me get there. I'm folding it back. There are a number of ways. So, the old way was thumbtacks.
I thought you could actually feel it. You can feel
Yeah,
the
you can
tacked on
feel it,
line.
but not if you have a Band-Aid on your finger. So, let me get that pin out of there.
Yeah.
Okay. It is right there is where we want it to be. You can feel it. You can see it. Okay. All right. We're going to smooth this out because if we put our basting box on, we would show that. Now,
You
we-
unthreaded.
I know we're not adding a basting box yet because we want to make sure it is aligned perfectly. Being left-handed, I do that a lot.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Okay, so we have it done, and we want to just go to that first stitch, stop,
Stop. What? Just hit it to get the.
hit it one time to get there.
Your machine wants to center.
Yes,
So we're not interested in centering.
Right.
We are interested in where the first stitch is.
correct.
Okay,
So,
now, in effect, folks, you've done pinpoint placement.
Right.
That's it. Everything from here on out, the layout box, stitching it out, that's just all add-ons. You have your pinpoint placement. You have exactly where it should be. Now, I know it doesn't look right because there should be fabric sitting all
there
the
should
way
be
over
fabric
here.
all the way around here.
But Kathleen needed to get that right on the 5-inch point. It's on the 5-inch point.
Now,
So-
what we could do, we're still on that tacked on stitch. Do we want to do the projector to show
Yeah,
them?
let's do it.
Okay, we have to hit return,
Return.
because the projector wants to be in the middle. We have to tell it embroider, and now the projector will work. It wants the foot up. And now the projector is going to say, wait a minute. Yep, it's going to say, wait a minute. And here, now that projector is there. But we know that we are at the right place. So we want to move that up. We're going to move our box up. There we go. And we can see that the line, notice this is our crosshairs, and I can feel that it is exactly over where that little knot that it put in. So we know that we are perfectly placed. We didn't have to do this projector piece, but I just wanted to show you in case you were, wanted to re-verify.
And you'll want the projector when you start putting the slices
Pieces
of
together.
the
Yes.
pumpkin.
Yes.
If you look, PJ, right up here,
Yeah.
if you look, you can see where the pieces of the pumpkin are going to be.
Right. So where are we starting? Is
We're
the
doing
question.
right
So
over
we're starting
here.
on the right side.
And we're going to work to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, I did not add that
Basting
basting
box.
box, so I want to go back and I want to hit return. I want to hit embroider, and I want to hit layout, and I have the daisy with the box on it. You can only get to that through layout. You can't get to it through edit. Okay, now I have the box around my design, and
you know what? We're going to back up one more time and do the pinpoint placement again.
okay, all
I
right.
think it's a
just
good.
do it.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah,
No
just do it
problem.
a couple of times.
Yeah, let me take this off. Let me clip that little thread that I have there, and let's start as a novice again. Okay. Here we
Because
go.
essentially, this hash mark is our first stitch. Is that correct? Or is it-
Yes. Mm-hmm. The hash marks
It's our
is our first stitch.
it's our placement.
Yes.
This is our placement line. This is giving pin
It's
there,
the
right
first
there
part of
is where we want to put our needle down and our first stitch. Yes.
Understood.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm putting a heart on here to help show it
Okay.
a little better. All right. So we're going into embroidery. We're going into our USB, into our pocket, into our USB.
Remember, Kathleen's learning too. Look how quickly it's getting real comfortable to her.
She's very comfortable. She's
Yes.
Yeah.
We're in PES. We're going to hoop number 1. We're going to set it. Okay, we're going to tell embroider. Our very first stitch up is 1 minute, and it's going to do that tack down line. Let's let it do it again.
You're feeling good about it now, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. And I put a little heart pin to help.
Show everybody where it is.
Okay, and per the directions, we want to go to, remember this was our center line, our center of the fabric over here, and we had that 5-inch mark. I just put a pin through it. Okay, a little heart pin. Okay, I'm going to take it up here. I'm going to put that pin. I have that pin coming through. I'm going to put that pin right at that hash mark area. Okay, right at the apex of that hash mark. Now I can feel, because we've done it twice,
I can't see the pin. Where is
okay,
it?
here's the pin.
Okay.
Can you show them?
There we
PJ?
go.
It's
I see it
sticking
now.
out.
Okay. Yeah. I see
Okay.
it. Mm-hmm.
And that is a good way. That is a good way to line up. Let me lift this up for you. So I have that. Can you shut?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you
No,
can
I
see
see
where
it.
that pin is right there. All right.
Perfect.
People used to use thumbtacks because they have a smaller length.
And let's hold right here. PJ, if we can get this.
Mm-hmm.
Color 1, placement line. First stitch position is on the dot 5 inches to the right of the center crosshairs on the horizontal line. So that's all we're doing is we're moving over to that 5-inch dot that you developed with your original grids. All we're doing, we're going right to this spot, and we want the needle right in that spot. Now remember, initially the machine is centering, so you have to let the machine move to the first position.
Thank you. That's very helpful.
Okay, Kathleen?
Yes. So now I'm going to now this is a feature that you do that I don't usually do. You just hit it like
Yeah.
real fast. Is that
Yeah,
what you do?
well, yeah, I just let it get your needle out of there, pin out
Okay.
of there. Okay, let it.
Hit it. It wanted to stitch there. So, okay, did you see that?
You didn't move back, yeah.
It
Yeah.
didn't. It didn't move there. Now maybe. Let me try it
Now
one.
do it,
Let me
yeah.
try it now. No. Okay. We are now going to use the projector and move that. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we're going to back up and see why you're not in the spot.
Okay.
Something's moved. So let's go back. again, the,
Take it off.
once you get there, yeah. So we're going to
Okay.
go back. We're going to
Okay.
okay. If PJ, if we can get this picture right here,
Mm-hmm.
you can see you're going to do the leaves, then you're
Mhm.
going to do the right side of the pumpkin, then you're going to do, I think these leaves are on the far left side, then you're going to do the left side of the pumpkin, and then you're going to do the center. So,
And lots of tendrils.
and lots of tendrils, yes. So we're going to set, and we're going to embroider. And it's the crosshairs. Now we've done the crosshairs, right?
Right.
The
Right.
crosshairs are there. So we're going to go down to the next step.
Skip
But-
those crosshairs, and we'll just.
We're not going to stitch them.
Yeah.
But you want to get your fabric placed right on the crosshairs. Put your 5-inch point right on the crosshair.
This is the basic concept for all these
All of
sections and all
these,
the
all of
steps.
this.
Is
That's why
this
we're
first
going over it.
It's a
placement.
new technique. It's called an older technique, but it's pinpoint placement.
Okay, I can feel that I am exactly right there.
So you're fine. You're
Yes.
fine. You're done.
Okay.
Sew your heart out.
Now we should add the basting
I
box.
don't think we want to add the basting box on this because we don't have
Oh,
enough
okay.
fabric.
Okay.
So basically what you're going to do is you're just going to go ahead and wait, let's move down one here. We want to get out of that because we did that. Okay, there you go. Go for it. That's all there is to it. Get your crosshair, get your first stitch right on the crosshair, and you're good to go.
Okay. And I'm going to stop it because I don't want it catching on that and breaking that needle.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what we're going to do, because we have sewed out step 1, we want to show you how to do hoop number 2.
Okay.
Okay? Because we think that's very important for you to see. So we're going to re-hoop.
I'm out of
Oh. Let me go to the closet. Why don't you show some products or some kits?
Let's see if there's any questions.
Yes.
So maybe the confusion was it's just getting to the first where you can start to sew. It's like, so you have that crosshair.
You have the crosshair. You want to get your first stitch right on that crosshair.
Right on that crosshair.
That's
Simple
what
as
you wanna
that.
do. It's as simple as that, but it just seems
It's important,
complicated.
yeah.
Yeah, because you're building your whole pumpkin.
And remember, use that grid to help make sure that you're straight.
Yeah.
That's what the key thing is on that. Okay.
Th-
We're opening up a new rule.
I'm going to scroll up, see if there's any other questions before we continue. We can take our time. I'm glad to take a little bit of time to answer any questions if they do
Well,
come
because
up
this is
here.
very important for all of the pillows.
And the directions say for the right side of the pumpkin, the placement line, the first stitch position is directly over the center crosshairs. Line the needle directly over the center of the crosshairs before embroidering.
Okay. This is going to be a good tutorial because it's the same thing again.
Again.
The same exact thing.
That's
This
exactly
is
that
section
same
2.
thing again. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We want you to see that it's going to work. And it's going to be easier the more you do it. Okay, I'm going to delete the first design, the first hooping. I'm going into the machine. I'm going to the USB. I'm going to hoop number 2, right side. I'm going to set it. All right, we can see that first stitch is going to be a hash mark.
That's your crosshairs.
Your crosshairs, yes.
Where are the crosshairs going to line up, Kathleen?
I believe they're going to line up at the center.
That's right.
My favorite place.
Yes.
I think this one is a little bit easier because you have it marked so well. Okay, I'm putting my fabric into the machine. I'm making sure that says top. Notice I stitched out hoop number 1, the leaves and the tendrils. I like to do it this way too. I like to, I usually iron mine, so I usually have I usually put the dot on the back too. So I have that dot right there. I want to make sure, here's what I like to do. I like to use my hoop, all of it. Look where these are. Do they look like they're the same width apart? Okay. Now when I unfold my fabric, and we had some shape flex that didn't even want to iron on this morning. It was crazy. Crazy.
Let's see that crosshair.
You see that crosshair? Everybody sees that crosshair down at the bottom. They see that, and I can feel it. It's right here. Are my lines straight? Are my lines straight?
All right, so let's see where's the needle. It's not on the crosshairs. Why? Because the machine wants to center. It's going to take it to go. Do you see the first stitch is right here?
Okay, let's go to the screen.
Yes, I see that.
And there's your crosshair. All right. So we're going to, you know why? I lift the needle back up. Let's put it back up. Oh, put it up. All right. So I'm going to return. Now watch this. Oh, shoot, close. We want to go down. Why didn't that do that return? Border.
We're getting to the projector.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, so what I like to do is, so how are we going to look next to those tendrils? Look at that, Kathleen. You are spot on. Look at that.
Next to the tendrils.
Yes.
PJ, can you zoom in on
Oh,
this?
sorry.
Oops. And, okay, how about this one? Am I close enough to those tendrils?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Let's go back down here where you are spot
Should this
on.
be over a little bit?
No. Nope. There. Look. Well, wait. Let me see here.
Oh, I think he should be over a little bit.
Oh, we'll do that.
Yeah.
And that's the purpose of the.
So if you can see, folks, we took this edge of the pumpkin from the projector and made sure that it was lining up with the items from part hooping 1, okay? Because we don't want a gap between this tendril and our pumpkin stitching. Can you see this, PJ?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see
So
this
how
here?
does that center feel?
How does the center feel? Well, our center is over here.
Where
Our center is,
is it right on?
well, let's peek over here. No, it's over here, but we want to line it up so that it's more important to line it up, because if you line it up over there, look, then we're going to have a gap there.
It's all right. Slide it. Let me sit down here. It touches right on the edge there.
Okay, take it back up here. Take it up to this one. Okay, notice those tendrils are good. Let's go to the middle again. We're just moving that projector along to make sure that our fabric is lined up before we put that basting box on.
All right, we're good.
Let's go down again. I want to see it down here.
And it does. It goes over it.
It goes over it.
It
down
goes
here.
over it. Yes.
Okay. All right. Good
Yes.
to know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
All right.
Okay.
So we're here.
All right. Now we have to add our basting box and layout. Okay, we're adding
And
return.
you're okay. You want to needle down, needle up.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we just did needle down, needle up. Make sure our fabric is nice and flat. I always do it twice. Okay.
Any questions, BJ?
What if you don't have a projector?
I've lined up, PJ. It just if you follow the directions, it's lined up.
It's lined up.
It's lined up.
And you
yeah.
shouldn't even have to use a projector, but it's
Uh,
just
but-
a security.
It's a security. We were off about 1/4 of an inch here. We're working live.
Mhm.
We're not working at home.
Where you can take your time and just make sure
I told
everything
you,
is perfect.
my 1-inch ruler, that's 6 inches long. I measure, I double check.
Sure.
The projector, if you're lucky enough to have it, I mean, it is just a security for you.
And if you have a Solaris and you have these wonderful features,
Use them.
you need to
Yeah.
learn to use them.
Yeah.
Because these features are just going to continue to grow on the new machines. And that's why we want you to get comfortable with, you're not going to hurt anything, turning the projectors on and off. We want you to get comfortable with that.
Okay, and PJ, I can see we're just a tiny bit. Look, that should be straight. That should be straight with the horizontal, and that's why we have those horizontal and vertical lines.
Mhm.
And honestly, that's just being live and
Yeah.
not at home. But like I said, mine have lined up, so it's just
Well, every machine has its own
yeah,
character.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if we want to just go ahead and.
Okay, what are we doing now?
We're going to go ahead and show a couple of things here, and
Sure. See if there's any questions, and then
Are we
Yes,
going to keep
please.
it going?
yeah, we'll just put so they can see the the pumpkin come in.
Okay.
That's just the base, a
Yeah,
tacked-on
the
line.
tacked on line. But look, it's lining up nicely
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Nicely,
yeah.
nicely.
okay, let's go up.
But we're
and-
going to go ahead again next week. We're going to go ahead and start where we started this time until everybody's comfortable.
Mhm. Today that was good, even just to focus on that pinpoint placement, because that's the one of the biggest parts of doing this whole
It's
project.
the whole project.
It
The
is
whole
the whole
project is
project.
And
pinpoint
that is the
placement.
difficulty of this particular pattern,
So-
But once you master that, like Deb has, since she's sewn
Seven
how many
of them. Yes.
7 of them.
But they're fun, and everyone's different, and we're going to continue to come up.
Mhm. Oh, we have a sneak preview of the next
Yes.
one.
So this is Kitty Pumpkin, and if you can see the little kitty cats, the checkerboard. We have 3 or 4 backings that we're using depending on fabric
you
availability.
won't know which one you're getting until it's sent to you because we keep buying out of all these backgrounds.
And then you've seen this is the batik. And again, what we've done is we've gone on an 18-inch, and I'll show you how to cheat these little leaves in here because I didn't want to go quite as deep on this as on the others.
So you moved them up a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But again, whether you have a Solaris or another machine, you're going to learn that where that needle goes down and where you're seeing it on your pattern is where you're going to start from. And then,
This is your favorite, right?
yeah. Steve's out installing a regalia today, but I wanted to ask him to put little
Wheels
on
it.
there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Kathleen, what do you have?
Well, this is one of the ones we've been talking about doing some others, that you'll be able to use through Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
Maybe not the Halloween because we have so many wonderful Halloween items. This would be our background, a shimmer. Part of our pumpkin, the inside of the pumpkin would be part of this shimmer. And then the outside, this is actually a Halloween pattern. It's part of the kisses.
Pumpkin kisses.
Pumpkin kisses. So, and it's got a lot of glitz to it. So that would be the inside and the outside of the pumpkin. And then to pull out that blue,
This is the Enchanted.
this is going to be a new one.
A new one.
This is the
Yes.
new one that we're going to
very
have ready
exciting.
in 2 weeks, but we
Okay.
wanted to give you a sneak peek. And then this would be the leaves. So we're taking it more in the gold tones, and we think we might use the bronze King Star.
Yes.
Yes.
And this is in Gloria's where
Gorgeous.
it's elegant.
yes.
elegant.
Yes. This
Yes.
is going to be part of the elegant line.
Yeah.
So
But before the sun sets on this project, you will all be perfectionists at
Yes.
pinpoint placement.
Deb will
It-
make sure of it because she's making sure that I understand
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then let me get the one other thing we have today. Mm.
We're trying to pick fabrics that aren't being used by others in the store so that we have enough and that it makes it a little bit different. I think this would be great too with a octagon, to match. Yeah, we're bringing back those of you that may have seen this one. This is the center of your glorious summer. This was the first table topper that we did. You get 11 different fabrics that coordinate with each other. It's wonderful if you're doing a blue and white room.
So I'm just going to hit a couple of things in the bubble in order,
Okay.
so that, if people are interested in this Enchanted Pumpkin, they need the design set by Claudia's Creations.
That's right.
Correct.
We have a fabric kit. That's the one we're working on today, Pumpkin Truly Batik.
Yes.
There's also a thread kit,
Correct.
and that is in the bubble now.
Okay.
The other two pillows that you have in the room are, the one you just showed was the Pumpkin Kitty pillow.
Yes, this is Pumpkin Kitty. The big one, the big pillow is Pumpkin Kitty. And it takes a big pillow form.
25 inches.
Yes.
Quite an impressive pumpkin.
Yes.
It's
And it
very
also
impressive.
has a thread kit that goes with it,
Yes,
That's
we
right.
do.
and that is in the bubble now. And the third pumpkin is the Enchanted pillow.
Yes.
And we're just waiting for the
Enchanted
backing
pumpkin.
to come in. The other we're going to show you how to do lap zippers.
Yes.
Zippers? Okay.
With a flap.
awesome.
It really gives it a nice professional look.
What Kathleen and I are trying to do is maybe show some new techniques, maybe that you didn't know. I guess the way, as we start going over these table toppers, sometimes you look at the Smith Street Gloria Summer pattern and you say, I'm not doing a quilt. I'm not going through all of this. I don't have time for it. Well, we've come up with 4 different table runners from the same kit.
So first, let's put in the Gloria Summer design set.
The
If they
design
are
set.
interested in
Yes.
this entire quilt, they can also do these table runners that you are about
Correct.
to
Right,
show us, right?
right.
These small projects.
And here, let's just pull.
So
Here.
which one do you want to show first of the
Well,
table
we're going
runners?
to. Kathleen, yours is right here. This is Kathleen's. Let me pull some of this.
Somebody asked, do we still have fabric kits for these Gloria Summer quilts, the main quilt?
Yes, they are cutting them. We don't have any pre-assembled. They are being cut to order.
I think we have black, and we'll double check with Gloria.
Yeah.
Some of the fabrics.
I know some of them went out today. So those of you that recently ordered them, I know some of them went out today. But this is actually the center.
Right here. Here it is.
Is the center of that beautiful quilt.
So this is a fabric kit also.
This is
Yes.
a fabric kit.
Yes,
Yes.
the blue one comes as a fabric kit, and you're utilizing.
This is in the bubble now, this fabric kit for the blue and white.
Okay,
Right.
the blue and white is in the bubble right now, and it makes a beautiful table topper. It has beautiful blue. You could do traditional binding, or you could do wraparound binding. And this was quilted on the long arm here, and people worry about puckering and all of the mistakes and all of the puckering has disappeared. Things that we recommend, I don't think it's necessary for you to use the sticky back.
No, I wouldn't do the
I
sticky
wouldn't
back
do the
again.
sticky back. I would do traditional tearaway. I did do a basting box.
I used Shape Flex.
Shape Flex. I still use Shape Flex.
And
yes.
you know, there's been two ways. People have talked about Terrio Magic.
and
um,
other products. But
I-
you do what's convenient for you. I have severe allergies, so I cannot add more chemicals to my products. So I use Shape Flex.
I like the body
And-
that you get
Yeah,
from
with
Shape
Shape
Flex
Flex.
when you're doing a lot of stitching.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's number one.
That's number one.
Great project if you're not, you know, interested in
Some
tackling the
people don't
entire
need
quilt right
a
away.
quilt. They just want a tabletop.
But you're
Just start
getting
with
your
the
money's
tabletop,
worth because
right,
look at
right.
this one. Here you go to
Yes.
summer.
Summer
Kathleen did that
table
one.
runner.
Right, right. And it's only because I wanted to use this really fun backing fabric. It looked very Lily Putzer to me. And it is using some of the blocks, two of the blocks that are in the large quilt. You could pick different blocks if you so choose. You just
Sure
have to
you
be
can.
careful with your fabric. We chose these fabrics and threads to this just speaks beach, South Beach.
It does.
Miami Beach. You know, it just speaks beach to me.
But I mean, you feel like, you know, you have a daisy fabric.
Yes.
Here's your daisies. Do
Yes,
a daisy
do
one.
a daisy one. Yeah,
Right.
do whatever you like. And you have these blocks. And within these triangles, I quilted it using the quilting that comes
That's
with
provided.
that's
Yes.
provided with the Glorious Summer. It's hard to find in the book. You have to load all the pages. I think it was in the thread section. It's
Yeah.
called Quilting Your Quilt, but these are on your disc. These that are in here. And I did use like a pale green variegated to show it. Now let's show what Deb did.
Oh,
She
this
went
is
to Christmas.
Joni's.
No,
This
go to
is,
Christmas.
go to Christmas?
Go
Okay.
to Christmas.
Okay.
Deb just did this one because she's ready for Christmas in July. Look at this. The
Same pattern.
same pattern with different fabric choices. She
Look at
speaking of
this.
she loved this background.
Yeah.
What are those called?
Amaryllis.
Amaryllis, okay.
And there's a kit for this
And there's
that's
a kit,
available
and
today for the first time.
It's available for the first time today. And
PJ, can you look at this stitching?
There's some right after this. We're gonna go back to the pillow kit, but let's just talk about this thing right in front of you. I've got a couple questions about pillows, so
okay.
right after
okay.
that we'll go back to pillows for a
Okay,
second.
can you zoom in and show she did beautiful.
Where are we
Well,
going?
you know what this
Oh, and you got yours to enlarge. I did mine on a Destiny.
I blew it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used black on the back and white.
Oh, and it gave
or
that
cream.
little
And
shadow
it gave
effect.
just a tiny bit of
Okay.
a punch to it. I mean, it's just
That is so cool.
that is
It is. Zach brought that fabric in for me.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show that. soon.
Okay.
Okay.
Very
So these
cool.
kits are available today.
This
I
is-
blew this one up
Yeah.
to fit
To
the
do
corner.
the edges, whereas I did mine small and did two.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. Actually, it calls for you to do two. I
Well,
could-
maybe I
yeah.
should read the directions.
Yeah, maybe. No, but the thing is, that's what we like at Sip and Sew. It's you do you. We're trying to give you guidelines so that you feel confident that you can make beautiful projects. And just look at this. I have to tell you, she picked this fabric for the back. And it can you zoom in on this, PJ?
Sure,
Overhead somewhere so I can, where are my fingers? Okay.
right there.
So this, you have to look, this is the fabric, and then this is the design, all right?
It
If
like
we-
blends together.
It really
It
blends
does.
together, but
Unless you're up close.
no.
But yeah,
the point
there are
is,
pops.
though, I'm showing you like this was the design, all right? But by her fabric choice,
So cool.
it really brings another element to the design, and that's what we like to show you is
Mhm.
to experiment with different things. And you do one block and you don't like it, make it a pot holder for someone.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Kind of really shows you how much you can do with this design set from
yes,
Smith Street Designs.
yes, because
Yes.
the Smith Street designs are beautiful, and they're
I don't think they're
Intermediate.
PJ, how much are they price wise?
The Smith Street Designs.
Yes.
yeah.
$59.95.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
getting a deal for
You're getting a lot from it.
$59.95 because remember, there's two quilt patterns there. not one. I'm actually thinking
Oh,
about
that's
doing
right.
the second one.
What was
Yeah.
it? Summer Whimsy?
Summer Whimsy.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I cut a lot of my blocks wrong because I followed Summer Whimsy.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah. So let's show that last one is the welcome.
And you know, the other
Right.
thing
Not
too.
so fast.
Oh.
There's a
Oh,
thread
Oh my
kit.
goodness, thank you, PJ. Deb curated a thread kit for this. And even though you said some of them were similar to what was in
This one and
one of the greens.
this one are actually, I pulled them from your Gloria Summer kit.
Okay.
So if you have reds and greens and cream, you're good to go. But honestly, Gloria does such a bargain on the price of
on
these.
the price of
Yeah.
the thread. And I don't know about you.
These are Christmas colors.
I
They'll be
used
gone.
up 3 spools of the thread that came with the Gloria
Yeah,
Summer.
yeah. This one I
So,
was out of. Yeah.
Yeah, so this way you have ones that were selected basically to reflect this fabric, this particular fabric set. You know, you have just a little bit of orange, or excuse me, golden yellow on these flower ends, and that's really what helps make them pop.
And
we
you know-
have the
you know
two
what
different
else?
reds.
Stick with yourself on in Enchanted Pumpkin.
Mhm.
Stick with us.
Mhm.
It seems confusing from the start. You know what?
Mhm.
It was that confusing too for Gloria Summer.
Mhm.
And I mean, people are just tearing right through it. They're always
Yes.
posting something new. Maybe you like our kits, which is wonderful. Maybe you have a fabric at home. You know, we all have to
Mhm.
buy a yard of this or a yard of that. And you've been wondering what to do with it.
And Deb just picked some really wonderful
Christmas,
fabrics
yeah.
here.
It's
that
just cheery.
They're part of the Christmas collections, but they don't scream. They don't
Oh.
scream Christmas Eve. They scream that you could put this out in September and have it through February.
And you know what else? We've kind of misplaced it with all we did today. It would either be the black backing or there's one that has a green in it.
Oh, right. We
And
have that
I know I
sample
had
of
a
that
sample
green
and I'm
here.
not sure where it went.
Yes.
So, hi, Kathy.
Yes.
Are we on?
Hi, Kathy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
We need a 9.5 by 14 hoop. Do we have one over here?
No, I
No.
think there was one on the wall.
I looked.
And the last runner is Joni's. And that looks so Thanksgiving to me.
Mm-hmm.
It just does. And it just says welcome. I mean, what else would you want to
And
say?
we
think we were-
picked those. We picked those to be August through November fabrics.
Can I slide us over this way so we can see more of this? But I'm gonna slide both of you two and the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
just so we can center you guys up a little more. There we go.
Okay.
Really beautiful. So this is, what would you call this? A banner?
Actually, it's called a table runner, but
It could be a banner.
One of the gals was going to do this in her Glorious Summer fabric set to be at the top pillow, to be the booster
yeah.
pillow on
Yeah,
her table.
yeah.
Excuse me, on her bed. She was
Yeah.
doing this as a booster pillow on her bed in her guest room. So that's something to think about. Or this could be a banner. There's no reason why you couldn't put a hanger
Oh.
on this.
Look what I
And
found
put
in my
this-
pocket.
Yes. Okay. And this was the other fabric that could be the backing for this. If they run out of the black, it's going to be in the green. Okay.
Well, I think we're running them short on tonight.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Yes.
We need PJ to eat dinner so he can get ready for the next show because it's going to be Gloria's favorite things. We're showing tonight 7-ish. That's our new word around here. Ish. We are never right on time. We're ish. So guess what the percentage off will be? You have to
Don't
figure it out. Okay.
10%. 10% right now.
Yes,
Yes,
10% right now. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're gonna have to tune back in at
Tune
7
back
p.m.
in at 7 to
And
see
what
what
they're going to do.
tonight's show is going to bring you. And again, from Deb and I,
Yes.
thank you for joining us. And
Happy summer.
happy summer. And
Yes.
we'll see you in 2 weeks. We're going to continue with the Enchanted Pumpkin. So if you have questions,
We're going to start from
we're going to
square
start
one
from square one again. And I'm going to have more of the blocks so that we can show you how to line them back up.
until
okay?
you tell us enough.
Yeah.
We get it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Plus, maybe we'll have Claudia's trunk show in. by
Oh,
then,
that's
too.
right, too.
Yes. All
Okay.
right.
Thank
Well,
you so much.
Safe 4th of July.
We'll see you at
Bye
7.
now.
Bye-bye.
See you at 7-ish.